Welcome to Vintage SF. I'm Richard Rempel. Today, R.A. Lafferty, Fourth Mansions, 1969. This Leo and Diane Dillon cover shows a person manipulating someone else. It seems like they're coming from another realm or zone or dimension. Once again, the Dillons translate some of the novel into an intriguing piece of art. This is the second R.A. Lafferty novel that I've read. Earlier in the A Science Fiction Specials, I read Past Master. In this one, we had a utopian society that was worried that their utopia was breaking down and decided to go back in time to get Thomas More to lead their society. I could pretty much follow along with the basic plot in this novel, but it did fall apart for me. I called it perplexing. For this novel, I felt like I was out of sync with R.A. Lafferty, that we are out of phase, that I couldn't quite connect with where he was coming from. In the story, we have 7 people who are trying to blend their psychic energy to do something called a mind weave. This mind weave is something that can reach out, connect, and control other people. It's also something that works even after a person who's been part of this mind weave group dies. They're still part of it in some form or shape or soul. Then the protagonist of our novel is a man named Foley. He's a bit of a simple, everyman type person. He is a reporter and he is a friend of a young lady who is in the mind weave. In fact, he may have been controlled by this mind weave in different ways. But this control also leaves a residue of some sort in Foley, and he has some sort of connections or cross connections back to them as well. It gives him some understandings of characters that he's going to meet. Here the novel takes a little bit of a turn that reminded me of some old TV series. Foley is going to investigate some unusual people. You might think of The X-Files, but I even thought earlier than that, into the mid-70s, to a show that was called Kolchak, the Night Stalker. Carl Kolchak was also a newspaper reporter who hunted down paranormal phenomena. Now, I'm not sure how many of you have heard of Kolchak, but Foley is going to investigate some very strange characters. One of them is somebody he thinks is a returnee. By returnee, it means somebody who's living again and again. This being might be more of an essence that can take over a person. There are also creatures that you can only see out of the corner of your eye. Now, I began by saying that in this novel, I felt that I was out of phase or out of sync with Lafferty. Lafferty definitely has his fans, people who love his work. For some reason, I'm just not able to connect with his story and with his references. I believe that he has read a lot of classic literature, philosophy, and religion. Sometimes he combines it with a weird sense of humor. For example, not just tossing a dash of salt over your shoulder, but tossing a whole kilo. Try as I might, it seems to be hard work for me to get through a Lafferty novel. There are fascinating moments, but most of it is perplexing. I don't really understand what the plot is, or if there really is a plot. If you are a fan of Lafferty, I would love to hear what you love in his writing and plotting and characters. What is it about Lafferty that makes him such a great writer? Now, in this SF journey that I'm on, there are some novels that I find very entertaining, easy to read. Others are hard work, but often they are rewarding. I'm struggling to find the reward here with Lafferty. I do want to give him another chance. I have another novel here in the A Science Fiction Specials, 900 Grandmothers. This is a short story collection, so I'm hoping that I can connect with some of these short stories. I'm also picking up an ace double that has a story by Lafferty called The Space Shanty. So there will be more Lafferty on this channel. But for now, I think my rating of Fourth Mansions is going to indicate more about my disconnect with Lafferty than his actual writing. Fourth Mansions was a lot of work, interesting concepts, but I couldn't connect with the characters or the story. I give it 3 out of 10. Do you like Lafferty? What is it that fascinates you about his writing? Do you think that I'm going to enjoy 900 Grandmothers or Space Shanty more? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, keep reading.